Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ebel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join me today for this meal prep where I am going to be making different components and different flavors so that I can make different Buddha bowls. This meal prep basically has three main parts. The first part will be rice, the second part will be veggies, and the third part is going to be a macaroni salad. But I'm gonna have some different flavors going on. I'm super excited for this meal prep. I just spent the morning meal planning and grocery shopping, so I will link to that video. I only spent $11 on all this fresh produce that I'm going to be using today, and then I had all of my starches already here at home. The first thing I need to do is get some rice cooking in my Instant Pot. I'm debating how much rice I should cook because I want to be able to make this into two different flavors. So I'm thinking maybe 3 cups of dry rice. The first flavor I'm going to do up like a Spanish rice. I'm gonna add a can of corn. I have some black beans defrosting from the freezer, and then a can of tomatoes and green chilies, and then maybe also this little can of just green chilies. And then probably some other seasonings from the spice rack, like some chili powder and some cumin and stuff like that. And the second rice flavor I'm going to do is a pineapple fried rice. I've made this before and absolutely loved it. So I'll brown some pineapple chunks in a little pan on the stove and peas and carrots, that kind of thing. While the rice is cooking, I have a ton of vegetables to chop up here. Some of these vegetables are going to go into a stir fry, and some of them are going to go with some elbow macaroni for macaroni salad. What I do for the macaroni salad is chop vegetables and put them into this glass bowl that has the measuring lines on it, and then I make an equal amount of macaroni to go with the vegetables, so it kind of ends up being a 50-50 meal. The macaroni salad will definitely have broccoli coleslaw and carrots and cucumber, maybe some pepper, maybe some of the other cucumbers I bought. Oh, and definitely this celery. This celery is dated December 19th, but when I store it in jars of water like this, I find that it stays good up to 3 or 4 weeks in my fridge. So I'll make sure that's good. If it's not, I do have more celery in my fridge that's from January. And I'm trying something new today for the sauce with my macaroni salad. I'm gonna do the cannellini beans like I like to do, but today I'm gonna mix it with Italian dressing to make like a creamy Italian dressing. I think that's gonna be really good. I usually have peas and carrots together, either frozen or in a can for when I do this fried rice, but I don't today. So I'm gonna have to chop up some carrots. I think I'm gonna get them sauteing in a pan and then add the pineapple. And then I'll probably just make the fried rice right in that pan. That would make the most sense. So then for my stir fry, I've got 2 more bags of broccoli coleslaw, 3 peppers, and kale. I don't think I'm gonna season my stir fry vegetables because I want them to be able to go with the fried rice or the Spanish rice. Generally when I cook stir fries, I don't really like to add seasoning to them because I like to just put some soy sauce and sriracha on when I eat them. So I think I'm gonna stick with that method. And because this is gonna be such a big batch of stir fry vegetables, my plan is to just steam or saute whatever the setting is in the Instant Pot after the rice is done cooking. I haven't cooked my stir fry vegetables in the Instant Pot before, but when it's this big of a batch, we're gonna give it a try. And the last vegetable I need to chop is my sweet potatoes. So my plan is to dice these up into cubes, cook about half of them today. I want to roast them in the oven so that they're a little bit crispy, so they'll have a different texture in the bowl because everything else is kind of mushy. But I only want to cook about half of them today, and the other half of the cubes I'll store in water so that they're ready to be roasted in the oven when I want some fresh sweet potatoes. Doesn't this meal prep sound so delicious? I think this should be a pretty quick meal prep. The most time-consuming thing is going to be chopping all of these vegetables. So I'm going to get the rice going in the Instant Pot and then chop the vegetables, organizing them into stir fry or macaroni salad. Once I have all the macaroni salad vegetables chopped, then I can know how much macaroni I'm gonna need to cook. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get all those vegetables chopped and then do the sweet potatoes last. And I'm hoping I can get this meal prep done in about 2 hours. Wish me luck. update time. I got all of my veggies chopped. My rice still has 16 minutes to go in the Instant Pot, and it's been almost 45 minutes since I started, but that's okay. I think I'm still on track for 2 hours. So these veggies will set aside until they're ready to go in the Instant Pot. These are the veggies for the macaroni pasta salad. I ended up with 8 cups of vegetables for the mac salad, so I'm going to cook 4 cups of pasta. I'm going to get that started right now. I'm going to get the 4 cups of pasta going in this pan back here, and in this pan up here is where I put some of my diced carrot. I'm going to get that going in some veggie broth, and then after that's cooked a little bit, I'm going to add the pineapple. I have to decide if I'm going to do canned or frozen peas. I tend to prefer frozen peas. I just think they usually taste better and fresher than the canned peas. So once the carrots and pineapple are cooked, I'll add the peas. Hopefully by then the rice should be ready. So while I'm cooking those 2 pans on the stove, I'm going to mix up my cannellini beans and Italian dressing for my creamy Italian dressing. And then I guess I'm just waiting on the rice to be done to make my 2 different flavors of rice and get the stir-fry veggies in the Instant Pot. So the rice is now down to 14 minutes, so I will check back in when that's done. Update time. So I got my 2 sweet potatoes seasoned and put into the oven. Those are probably going to take about 30 to 40 minutes usually. I did try to dice them a little bit smaller, so hopefully they'll cook a little bit quicker, be a little bit crispier. I decided not to peel and chop the other 2 sweet potatoes because those first 2 were such a pain in the butt. And while I was chopping them, I remembered I got brand new knives for Christmas. 3 brand new knives that I have not gotten out yet. Why? Anyway, so I'm gonna put these in the fridge until I do need to cook them. The pasta's done, the pasta salad's ready to be mixed up, but I feel like I need this bowl. I guess I can try to do it in my smaller bowl. Oh, but the rice is done, so let's check on that. Oh, still had some pressure. Here is the rice. Oh yeah. Okay. Is this off of keep warm? Turn off keep warm. I'm gonna take a minute to get organized here while I give that a minute to cool. I also steamed my peas in the microwave. Let me grab those. Here's my pineapple and carrots. My pineapple did not get brown like I've had it before and really liked it, but good enough. I'm gonna add my peas to my carrots and pineapple. This pan is looking pretty full. So I think I'm going to attempt to divide the rice up between this pan and this bowl. Wish me luck. Now I need to clean this so I can get my veggies cooking in here. Cleaned my Instant Pot, put some water in the bottom of it. Now I'm gonna add these veggies and get these going over there. Okay, let's try this. I know there's some sort of, oh, there's steam and saute. I think I want to do steam. I wonder what the broccoli setting is. Should I just try the broccoli setting? I'm gonna try the broccoli setting. Okay, hope those don't turn to mush and get overcooked. So now I just need to put everything together. This is going to be the Spanish rice. This rice needs mixed up, and I was thinking maybe just soy sauce. Let's add some soy sauce. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to make this into Spanish rice. I have diced tomatoes, green chilies, corn, black beans, home cooked. And I'm not sure if I need these diced green chilies or not. I'm gonna mix this up and see what it looks like. I definitely need some spices. I'm gonna start with some cumin, chili powder, and smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. I think that looks really good. I don't think I need that can of green chilies. And finally, I'm gonna mix up the macaroni salad in here. Potatoes smell good. The potatoes have 12 minutes and the veggies in the Instant Pot have 4 minutes left. So before I start putting this stuff away, I need to do a little taste test here. Starting with this pasta salad that looks so good. I did have to add some more Italian dressing to it because I probably could have done a double batch of the bean dip dressing, but just a little more dressing was fine. I got it mixed up. That is totally delicious. It just needs some sriracha. I really like this. I almost want a double dip. I will stop myself. I will go wash off my spoon. This looks so good. It just looks so good. Same problem. It just needs to be spicier, but it has a good flavor as far as how I did season it up, but I just want it spicier. And finally, my pineapple fried rice. I want a piece of pineapple for sure, and a carrot. Oh, veggies are done, yay. Okay, so stop beeping already. The pineapple fried rice, that pineapple, I just love it in that rice. It's so good. I do think that needs some more soy sauce and sriracha, of course, but I will probably leave that as it. I'm gonna leave everything as it is, and I will just add sriracha when I eat it, or soy sauce in the case of that rice. Let's check on these veggies. They just beeped, so I'm sure they've got to release pressure. No? That's weird. Okay. Ooh. How good and fresh do those veggies look. Mmm, my fave. It doesn't feel like the carrots are cooked. This carrot is definitely not cooked. I don't know how long that broccoli setting cooked them for. I remember I looked at it when there was 5 minutes left. I think I'm gonna do another round of the steam setting custom for 5 minutes. And what perfect timing, my potatoes have 5 minutes left as well. So I guess that means I have 5 minutes to put away my 2 batches of rice and my macaroni salad. Okay, I got that stuff put away, but I am basically out of storage containers. All I have left is like some plastic stuff. These could probably go in the cauliflower thing that has the little hole. Anyway, let's check the steamed veggies. And I figured out why it has no pressure in there. It's releasing the steam right before it beeps. Okay, I'm feeling more hopeful. Let's try a carrot. I don't know if it's cooked all the way through. I think it's cooked enough. I think maybe I'm just used to mushier food, but I like that crunch actually. Let's try one more just to be sure. Yeah, it's fine. There's the veggies. Oh, and I gotta check on the potatoes. I turned the oven off, but I never pulled the potatoes out. And I started putting this together as my lunch bowl. Oh yeah. I think those look good. And normally I try to leave the skins on my sweet potatoes when I cook them, but these ones I bought before Christmas. I want to say they've been in my fridge at least 3 weeks. The skin looked a little questionable. I figured I was better off peeling them. Let's make sure these are done. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so I need a container for my stir-fry veggies and a container for those. I think I'm gonna put the stir-fry veggies in here, and you know what? I've got a little one of these. The rice portion of my lunch got cold, so I'm gonna warm that up in the microwave while I get this other stuff put away. I am giving myself a 10 out of 10 on this meal prep. First of all, I got it done in just over 2 hours, which, like I always say, I'm messing around with camera and lights. Definitely could get this done in probably under 2 hours. And with the stir fry, I really just needed to put the carrots on the bottom to ensure that they got cooked the most, because once I got to the vegetables on the bottom, which was the broccoli coleslaw, that was definitely well done. So lesson learned there. I am super happy with how both of my batches of rice turned out. I think those are going to be great bases for Buddha bowls. Speaking of which, here is my lunch, except that you cannot see any of the rice anymore. But I did the Spanish style rice, a couple scoops of green veg, and then some potato chunks on top. Looking forward to that. I do really like that method of steaming those veggies in the Instant Pot though. I will definitely be doing that again. I ended up with a lot of macaroni salad, which in my mind, I knew I had done that amount before, 8 cups of vegetables and then 4 cups dry macaroni, which usually makes 8 cups. But for some reason, I was just not prepared for how much that turned out to be. So I will definitely be well fed for the next week or so. So that's all for this meal prep today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And until next time, be well. So the main, I also just, I'm gonna go grab that stuff. 2 cups of rice, I think that should be enough. Will that be enough? So the first thing I'm going to, okay, this get really heavy. I usually have like a can of, oh, that's what I'll say. Oh, my sweet potatoes. And I think this, why did I even hit record yet? That is dorky. Oh, that's a good thumbnail.